Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of your womb, Jesus.
Good morning. I'm Ashley Aparocho, and you're watching Coffee with Catechists. Today we are in St. Rose of Lima Church in Santa Rosa, and joining me today is Martina LaRose. Thank you so much, Martina, for taking the time to be here and to meet with me. Would you be able to just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, I can do that. Yes, my name is Martina LaRose. I'm a retired teacher right now for 7 years. Retired for 7 years now. I was a trained teacher. I was teaching at the same Santa Rosa Primary School, and I love teaching with children. I enjoy teaching. The 20 years I taught with children of all ages.
Wow.
Yes, and I enjoy teaching with them. And after I retire, they had a literacy program to teach children there again, and I joined that again. So I was with them every afternoon from 3 to 4. And again, I enjoy keep working. I love children, little children, adults, youths also.
Wow.
Yeah, I like to. I have 6 children.
Yourself?
Myself. They're all big, married. Have 16 grandchildren at present.
Well, it's good that you love children.
Yes, and I keep because I have 2 with me, 2 grandchildren right now. Yes, and my daughter is out training. She's nurse, doing nursing.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, she did the register nursing first, and now she's out on training for midwifery.
Oh,
So
very
I have the
nice.
2 children there, one at nursery and one at primary. So you see, I keep on with children all the time.
So how did you get started in teaching catechism?
I was here. I usually come to Mass regularly, and then I'm often friendly, and I would chat with the priest. We would communicate, and then that is how. Since I was young, going to school, we always at school when the school was a Catholic school, they taught us religion. So I'm always with my church. I'm always there for my church. And sometimes children would ask questions, and I would be able to answer them and tell them, about the church, about Jesus and things like that. So I'm communicating with priests often. Father Brown, the late deceased. Father Brown, you remember Father Brown? You don't know him. Yes. So with the priests being there, Father Willen, and how he knows my grandchildren so good. I would invite them to my home to say Mass on special occasion like birthdays for these children. And that is how we get. And then Father William was so, we were so attached that when I pass here, he would call, Teacher Martina, he would say like that. And that is how I get, he asked me if I can do it. I said, right away, yes. I said, I'm willing to do that. And that is how I started to teach the catechisms out here.
So how long have you been teaching catechism for then?
2 years now.
Oh, 2 years. Okay.
Yeah, I was teaching the pre-communion, and lately Father Jose called and he told me that if I can go to do the post-communion now.
Oh, wow.
So from last week, I started doing the post-communion. So that is a higher level, the pre-communion and then the post.
Bigger.
Yeah.
So do you find any similarities or differences between normal teaching, because you taught, you were a teacher as well, versus teaching catechism?
No, I don't. I just like how I would teach at school, I would use that same theory and teaching them about Jesus. And the life of Jesus, and the Bible. I did, when I was going to school, I did previous knowledge at that time, they call it. They used to call it previous knowledge, and I did it and I passed. And I did the Gospel of St. Luke.
Oh, what's previous knowledge? What's previous knowledge?
To do with the Bible. Yes, to do with the Bible. And I did the Gospel of St. Luke.
Okay, so is that like a
That was an
like
exam.
a Bible course?
Yes, that was an exam.
Okay, wow. So how long was this course?
That I had to go to school a year.
A year?
And then, yeah, a year, and then
Oh,
I
wow.
wrote the exam.
And it was just for the Gospel of Luke.
Yes, it's not St. Luke.
Wow.
Like how our village here is with to do with river. I would tell him, the one with fishing, when Jesus caught, when they went fishing, and they didn't catch any. Sometimes like how we place here with fishing, I would tell him the story about that. Yeah, and tell him, when the whole night they were out there and they didn't catch any. And then when Jesus came there now, and he told them what to do, and they obey his order, So, and that is what, after that, he tell them to leave their nets and follow him. The lesson will tell them about that, these things like that.
I think that it's very important that we, or that you made that connection with the children about the rivers that are
Yes.
here and the rivers like in the Bible, because it allows the story to become real to them.
Yes, that is what
Oh, very good.
yes.
And so, how were you grown up in the faith?
I was, when I was born, my mother was not married to my father. And when I was 2 years, I was told, my grandparents took me over. Yes, and I grew up with my grandparents. Well, my grandfather, he wasn't the one that usually come to church often. My grandmother was the one. And that is how she usually bring me to church every Sunday, and like Holy Good Fridays, those different times we would be here. She would make sure that I'm here with her. And that is how, after I grew up with that faith, then sometimes I would be here myself without her,
Wow.
Yeah, and that is how I grew up with that, knowing that also that when you come to church here, you don't come with straps, and that is how I get so accustomed that I don't come to church sleeveless. I can find myself coming there. That is how she brought me up.
Oh, wow.
My grandmother. Really.
Yeah, I find that faith first comes from our family.
Yes.
And our families are first teachers of the faith, whether it be our parents or grandparents, or even like aunts and uncles. Just our families where faith really begins.
Yes.
And so, I guess just to end things off, do you have any words of advice or words of wisdom for those catechists who are up and coming in the church?
Well, right now I'm facing in here right now. We don't. What happens sometimes when I'm not here? Sometimes I'll be out for a Sunday and I'm not here to do my work, and I don't have the assistant, and the class will just leave like that. Or sometimes they might take them to the next class. What I'm requesting, I'm requesting that if we could get, some people from, instead of going to Georgetown to get training, because it's very expensive for about 10 of us or so to go out there to get training. If we can get people from Georgetown to come and train these catechists, so that we can get more catechists to help in the church here, because we need them. We need a lot. We don't have a few, just a few. And as I say, when I'm absent, nobody there to do the work, to carry on the work for this Sunday. Because sometimes I would leave lessons that I would have planned for this Sunday.
Oh, definitely.
And so that's my request. If you can come and train, more youths, train them. And the next thing, we need a lot of materials, teaching materials they don't have here. It's just the little that I have and the knowledge that I have, I assist, but we need materials inside here. We have a lot of villages, areas then, because it's those area, and then we have the Kamwata and those areas. And if we get people to come and train some more of us, it would be nice.
So, do you use the catechism books for each
We
class?
No, we don't have.
Oh, you don't have
No
those?
materials. We don't have the materials right now. Because only Sunday, Father Jose gave me a book. I can't remember the name of the book. Yeah, that's the only time I saw one like that. So they don't have it in the church here. We don't even have a little catechism book. You know, long time we used to get a catechism.
Yeah.
Who made you? God made you. Why did God? Those things, and they would have
Just a
pictures.
small basic.
They would have workbooks. You know, for the different classes. And with that, you will get the children more involved. So materials is limited, and catechism also.
Yeah,
We
training.
have training. And I think in that way, it might be able to work more. Our faith will spread, because you see the other churches that are here, they would go out and they would have the children out there. And sometimes we would have, what I'm asking also, if we can have like Bible classes, like in each area at a certain time. People are willing to go to these Bible classes, just
It's
like how
just
the other churches would do their own. It would be so nice, because some people really don't know their Bible as much, you know. Yes,
Or like to gain even a deeper understanding of the
Of the
faith,
faith,
or like
right.
Catholic tradition and stuff like that.
Yes, yes. I think that would help a lot. Like probably encourage our people to come back to church here again. Yeah, I noticed some coming already back. Some, that is with the Assemblies of God. You're back here with us. It's so good. People
Well-
welcome you.
Well, thank you so much for sharing, I guess, the needs of the church here out in Santa Rosa, because it's true, Georgetown is so far away from here, like Region 4, Region 1, like it's very far, and the realities out here are much different from the realities in Georgetown. And so thank you so much for even just sharing your faith and your experience with us, and your little bits of words of wisdom. So thank you so much.
Okay, then.
God bless.
I'll be looking forward for some help with those texts over there.